better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency knows your insurance needs can change with almost every season. The snowblowers get tucked away, and the motorcycles, boats, and jet skis come out to play. Give yourself a minute. Stop. Think about what new or changing exposures are happening to you. Then call the Burns Agency. Over the phone, in person, or online, we're here for all your policy needs. Or better yet, give us a chance to earn your business with our top-notch customer service, strong coverage options, and unbeatable pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Much better. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Grizzled Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbraun. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Grizzled Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Grizzled Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbraun. Hope to see you soon.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
What's up, Paul?
Not much. How about you?
Come on, it's Monday.
My favorite day.
It's about time you finally actually admitted that.
No.
Monday was your favorite day.
No. Monday's not a good day.
Why?
Look at it. Look at it.
What?
Cloudy outside. Gloom, doom. Have to get up to go to work after the weekend.
Okay.
So why would it be a favorite day? I think we should make it a national holiday every day of the week. No Mondays.
Why?
Would that make you feel good?
Well, I like Mondays.
You wouldn't have to be here today. You could be home.
No, then it'd be Tuesday. Then it would just feel weird.
Well, it wouldn't be Tuesday anymore. It'd just be the first day of the week.
Called the Garfield National Holiday. We could.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There are lots of holidays that people don't know about.
Oh, I can imagine. Just make one up. In today's world, anything's possible.
Well, maybe.
Probably cancel the ones we have and come up with some new ones.
Well, there are a lot of holidays that people are not aware of that happen, go on every single day.
Yeah.
Today is Monday, September 19th.
Yes, it is.
Do you know what you should be celebrating today?
No clue.
See?
What should I be celebrating?
Well, it's National Butterscotch Day.
National what?
Butterscotch Day.
Oh, sure.
Do you not like butterscotch?
Oh, yeah. We used to eat those butterscotch candies.
Okay, well then it's a way for you to celebrate the day.
Okay.
National Butterscotch Day.
Good.
It's National Woman Road Warrior Day.
Woman Road Warrior.
Yes. Today is National Woman Road Warrior Day.
So that means that they're driving
Careful, Paul.
carefully, defensively, or
Just
what?
be careful. You never know. National Woman Road Warrior Day is dedicated to all women who travel for business.
Oh,
While men have done the most traveling for business in the past, women now make up just about 50% of business travelers. In total, over 1 million people travel for business in the United States each day.
I did not look at that as being a business traveler.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I'm here to
Yeah.
help you understand.
I'm
Paul.
glad you did, because when you said warrior, I kind of figured maybe it was defensive driving or a race car driver. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's
Okay. Well, that's fair enough, I guess. But it's geared around the women traveler.
Oh, okay.
Women Road Warrior Day.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And last but certainly not least, it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Yeah. Arr, bye me.
Who the hell came up with that?
I don't know. These are the holidays that you could be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place.
That's okay. I'll pass.
International Talk Like a Pirate Day is a day for everyone to talk like a pirate. Arr! And it was thought up by John Bauer and Mark Summers of Albany, Oregon.
I had nothing else to do during the day. Came up with that.
Why not? They were playing racquetball in 1995 on June 6th when they began to talk like pirates. They decided there should be a holiday dedicated to pirate talk. And since they didn't want the day to coincide with D-Day, Mark came up with September 19th as its date, which was his ex-wife's birthday.
Why don't we run a contest and come up with a holiday?
That's not a bad idea. It was not until 2002 that the day began to be celebrated on a larger scale, as Dave Barry wrote a column that brought the attention to the holiday beyond just John and Mark's friends. You like that?
Yeah, we should come up with a holiday.
Such as?
I don't know. We got to think of
You
one.
got to think of something, dude.
Come up with a holiday.
So all of a sudden now Paul wants to.
I want a holiday.
What's a holiday? A little bit after 9 o'clock this morning, Mr. Scott Freyer will be joining us.
Along with his son, Air Fryer.
Don't say that. Don't make fun of Dylan like that.
I thought I was talking about Dylan. Just said Air Fryer.
So yesterday, you know, of course, being Sunday, so we're not here to talk about the holidays that you could be celebrating. I'll just run through what they were yesterday.
Oh,
yesterday was Hug a Greeting Card Writer Day.
Terrific. Hallmark must love that one.
International Equal Pay Day.
On a Sunday? Who the hell gets paid on a Sunday?
Well, these are just the dates. It just, it falls on whatever day it does.
Then they lie, because tomorrow you didn't get paid yesterday.
It's a Chiropractic Founders Day. Well, it was yesterday.
Doctors aren't in on Sunday.
First Love Day.
First what? Blood?
Love. Not blood.
Love.
Well, kind of the same thing.
First Love Day? That's every day. Go ahead.
International Read an Ebook Day. These are yesterday.
Yeah.
National Back to Church Sunday.
That's fitting for yesterday.
National Neighborhood Day.
Yep.
National Respect Day.
Yep.
National Wife Appreciation Day.
That should be every day.
There you go.
You're a deep doggy too.
National Women's Friendship Day. Now, these are all yesterday that we missed out on, but there's one that happened yesterday that I did not miss out on, and I celebrated it to its fullest extent.
Yeah.
It's National Cheeseburger Day yesterday.
There you go. So you had cheeseburgers, huh?
I did. Yesterday was World Bamboo Day. Rice Krispies Treats Day.
Those sticky things.
And World Water Monitoring Day. So those are the holidays from yesterday and today that you should be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I missed them.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, whole bunch of comments. Shayna, the illest? The illest. She's the illest.
Oh.
Shayna is.
I got you.
We still have not gotten a definition of what the illest means, but she says, good morning. I'm with you, Paul. Can't stand Mondays either.
Good.
And Jennifer says it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. We already did that. Arr! Shayna backs it up and says, well, butterscotch, B-U-T-T-A. So does that mean that every woman on the road is going to drive better today?
See, that's what I thought.
I don't know.
See, that's what I thought.
Shayna goes, arr. Victoria says, good morning. Trying to catch up here.
Yeah. It should be.
Walk the plank.
It should have been National Businesswoman's Day, not Woman's Warrior Day.
So, Shayna says, you're on fire.
I am. Monday. I can't stand Mondays.
Jennifer says that we should create Sunflower Appreciation Day and celebrate it in August.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea at all.
Not a bad idea at all. How do we get on the National holiday list.
I can submit. It takes forever though.
Why don't we do that? That's a very good idea.
Okay. So Jennifer, any particular day in the month of August? Any particular date? You can.
Yeah,
And I will submit it on your behalf.
that's good. That's a very good idea. Yeah.
To the National Holiday Association.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't even know if they exist, but
Well, we could make. I don't even know if there is one already, but if there isn't,
Mhm.
we could. That's a good. I like that idea.
that is, huh?
Mhm.
National Sunflower Appreciation Day, or just National Sunflower Day.
National Sunflower Day.
Because if it's going to be Sunflower Day, you're going to appreciate sunflowers.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's a sunny day, we're good.
And then 3 weeks later, we can have National Cows Eat Sunflowers
They do eat
Day.
'em.
Yeah.
Yeah. They once they've gone by, the cows get in there and love them. Yeah. Good idea. See, something positive came out of those holidays. See?
You know, Paul, that's kind of why we do it.
That's very good.
We do it. What did you bring to the table today, Lash? Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. It's the first dad joke of the week.
What did autumn say to summer?
What did autumn say to summer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody out there? What did autumn say to summer? Just waiting to see if somebody will type to see if they can come up with an answer.
Yeah.
Don't know, Paul. Why? What did autumn say? What?
Did autumn say to summer?
What did autumn say to summer?
Make like a tree and leave.
Paul.
What did I tell you?
Paul. Make like a tree and leave. First of all, how the hell is a tree going to leave? It's kind of rooted in, you know?
Yeah. You want another one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. Where do Billy Buttons go to college?
Lint University. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
The Naval Academy.
Ah, see, it was kind of close.
You were close. That's enough of those.
Okay.
Yeah. Enough of those.
All right. On this day in history, George Washington's farewell address is published in a newspaper in Philadelphia on this day in 1796.
Oh.
The first U.S. president implored his country to maintain neutrality and avoid entangling alliances with Europe. Well, that went a long way, didn't it?
I guess it did.
In 2011, on this day, Panamanian baseball pitcher Mariano Rivera registered his record-setting 602nd career save when he retired in 2013. Rivera had an unprecedented 652 saves in baseball, 652, and was considered the game's greatest relief pitcher.
Yeah.
In 1995, on this day, the Unabomber's Manifesto, a 35,000-word anti-technology document written by Ted Kaczynski, who had launched a bombing campaign that killed 3 and wounded 23.
Oh, that's the bad bomber. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother turned him in.
Good.
Yeah.
In 1994, on this day, what TV show debuted?
I don't know.
ER.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I ever watched it.
That was a big show. I used to watch it all the time. What else debuted? I'm going to go back a little bit more in your history. What else debuted on this day on TV in 1970?
1970. Did we have TV? Oh, yeah, we did have TVs. I don't know.
You know what? In 1985, we got Running Water.
Oh, there you go. Gilligan's Island.
Somewhat close, but no. Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, okay.
Victoria says June 4th is the International Corgi Day.
Oh, Corky. Yeah, okay.
Shayna, you know, the illest.
Yeah.
So are we doing the spring ahead anymore, or are we not doing it in the fall? And
it's still on. One more year, I believe.
Is it just this year we're gonna fall back?
I believe this
And then that's
year-
gonna be it.
And that's going to be it. Yeah.
So we're not gonna go ahead and we're not gonna have that extra hour of summer anymore. It's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, I believe this is the last time we're going to do it, and then it stays the same. We're not changing.
Tim and Donna say MTV was 81.
Yeah.
But
MTV back then
they didn't debut today.
Maybe they did, but MTV when it first debuted is nowhere like it is today.
Polino says, "Good morning, Mr. Fozzie. Waka waka waka." And Waldorf. You know who Waldorf is?
No. Waldorf Hotel.
Well, this character was named after the Waldorf Hotel.
Really?
Yes. And you remember the Muppets, Statler and Waldorf?
See, the Muppets weren't
such a funny show.
I know.
Jen says, "I don't think that passed, did it?" What are we talking about? That's one of the things about trying to follow along with the chat. We may have moved on to something else, but I don't want to disregard somebody that has something to say.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But I don't know where the MTV comments come from. I don't think MTV had debuted on this day.
I don't know when MTV came out.
The Sunshine Protection Act to end daylight savings. She says she's not sure that actually went through.
I thought it did. I thought we had one more year, and that was it. I could be wrong.
Let's find out.
I could be wrong, but I thought it started in 23. Yeah. You know, as much as my old brain kind of like remembers some stuff, I can't remember your name, but some of that stuff I can remember.
Uh-huh. All right. Guess what?
What?
In Jennifer We Trust. More than 4 hours after the Senate unanimously passed a bill to make daylight savings time permanent in the United States, the measure hit a brick wall in the House. This is just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The main impediments dimming the legislation's chances of passing appear to be fundamental disagreements over its language and a general consensus that the other matter take precedence as the House grapples with high inflation, blah, 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 blah. One rep says, "I can't say it is a priority."
That's not federal, though. The state.
No, this is federal.
No. I think we're talking state. As far as I remember, I thought that we.
So what do you say? Connecticut's going to be different than like Massachusetts?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in order for Connecticut to change its time, it had to get an agreement from Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
Just Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
That's what I thought.
That's a bunch of BS. That'll get really confusing really fast.
Yeah, well, go to other states. How much the clocks change back, they change forward when you move around. But I thought that's what it was. The New England states had to be in agreement. I'm not sure about New Hampshire.
The Senate created a buzz in March when it approved the Sunshine Protection Act, which would make daylight savings time permanent through unanimous consent, drawing widespread headlines. The legislation, which would not take effect until November 2023, calls for abandoning the process of changing clocks twice a year, a practice intended to give Americans an extra hour of daylight during the fall and winter.
Yeah. I thought it had gone through, but
I thought it did too.
Yeah. So we'll know. I guess we'll know next year. But I didn't think it was a federal thing.
Polino says Arizona and Hawaii were the only two states that don't agree to have daylight. I knew about Arizona.
Yeah. So if it was a federal thing, then why didn't those two states comply?
And Daryl says, "Can we call it New England Standard Time?"
Yes, we could.
Why not?
Sure, we could.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, what good does it do us by flipping back and forth? It doesn't do us any good at all. I mean, I think at one time we did change the clocks, but they did it because they were afraid when the kids were going to school during the wintertime, it'd be dark.
Jennifer says it passed the Senate, but not the House.
Oh, okay.
Shayna says, so no, not all states are doing it. That is nutty. Kind of is. Well, not kind of. It is. Let's see. All right. Jennifer. Even if Connecticut lawmakers passed the bill and Governor Lamont signed it, the legislation would not take effect until after New England states signed on all of them.
That's what I mean.
Each of these other states have had similar proposals raised in their respective legislatures.
Yes. Yeah.
Shayna says, this just all keeps us confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a thing.
Oh.
That's all I need to know. I don't care about anything else. Is it happening? Is it not happening? Okay, it's not a thing.
It wouldn't happen until 23 anyway.
Yeah, no. We all maybe pause up by then. Who knows?
Who knows?
We don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know.
And I'm sure I'm not going to worry about daylight savings time.
No.
Are you?
No.
All right, we got Scott Freyer coming in a couple of minutes. He does a lot of veterans events.
Yes, he does.
And we're going to talk about his latest one and probably pictures of him in these swanky little shorts that he wears. He said he was going to wear them here.
Oh, boy.
So
on a Monday morning?
Hey, I mean, you can have excitement any day of the week, Paul. It doesn't have to be just Saturday night.
Yeah, right. So let me. I got a name for you.
Just one more thing. Jennifer says the bill died in the legislature in Connecticut, but is proposed every year. It'll be back next year.
I'm sure.
Bum, ba, ba, bum.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Do you know who Kevin Miles is?
No.
You see him a lot.
I do.
He's on television a lot. He's in advertising.
Okay.
Kevin Miles.
Is he in advertising, or as in like he's a character and you?
No, he's an actor.
Or is it he's an executive?
No.
Okay.
He's an actor who plays a character in one of the most. You see this commercial all the time on television.
Okay.
Okay. He's also appeared in another. I think right now I also saw him in a Kia advertisement as well. He's played some parts on different televisions. He's been on SWAT as an actor, but he's known for. I'll give you a hint. He wears a red sweater.
So it's not Bill Cosby.
No.
Anybody know who Kevin Miles is? A red sweater.
Wears a red sweater.
See, I have a little bit of a disadvantage because I don't watch a lot of television.
Yeah.
Are we talking about is this guy been around for a long time, or
been around for a long time.
Is he still relevant today?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still on television.
Still on television.
Yeah.
Kevin Miles.
Hi, this is Jake from State Farm. That's who he is. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Alexa says, Victoria says, State Farm guy.
There you go. That's it. It's exactly who it was.
And actually, Jennifer said Mr. Rogers. No, his name was Fred Rogers.
Yeah.
And he is gone. He
gone.
has passed away.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers, as much as he was in the kids show, I don't think he's ever did any commercials.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
I don't think he did any kind of promotional work.
No.
The only thing he did was really try to promote his show. He went to Congress a bunch of times to get funding for public broadcasting.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Jake, but which Jake from State Farm though? There's two now.
It's the latter one.
Oh, it's okay. All right. It's the one that's on now. The African American gentleman. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who the other guy was. He's long gone. Yeah.
He's not relevant anymore.
No, he's not. So.
It's the new.
But a lot of these actors who play in these commercials, actually, it's on their way up to get into other parts.
Victoria says, I didn't look it up.
She did look it up.
She says, I did not. She goes, it was just a good guess.
That was a good guess.
It was a damn good guess.
Yeah.
I couldn't even. What gave it away? Was it the red sweater thing? Because I didn't make the correlation at all. Even on that.
What are you wearing, Jake? Khakis.
Khakis. Yeah, but that was the new guy did that. They don't do that, do they?
No, the old guy did.
That was the first guy.
Yeah, it was the first guy.
Hmm.
What do you got on, Jake?
Who's your favorite commercials? Get really, really popular. They almost get cult followings.
Yeah.
What is a commercial that you can remember that you just thought was either entertaining, made sense, or just something that really resonated with you?
I ate the spicy meatball. Remember that one?
The spicy meatball. Yeah.
Yeah. Brush your teeth with.
Brush up.
Yeah. Those were singing.
See, all you got to do is say it. And I know a lot of these.
Those were singing jingles that aren't not around today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about there's more for your life?
I don't know. Got me.
Anybody know? No. Gee, your hair smells terrific. There's more for your life at.
Yeah.
Sears.
Oh, Sears. The one that was, this is going way back.
Where's the beef?
That's way back. But the one that I remember when I was a kid was, hi, I'm Buster Brown. I live in a shoe. That's my dog Ty. He lives in there too. Buster Brown shoes.
Yes. Victoria says the Budweiser Clydesdales.
Those were good commercials.
Yeah, those were good.
You know what's good now? And they're very similar to the Budweiser ones. The Subaru ones with the dogs. Yeah,
I haven't seen them.
Subaru is very much do a lot with animals,
Mhm.
and they've got golden retrievers driving Subarus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they go around with their two little pups in the back. They're kind of cute commercials.
Oh,
yeah.
See, now people are mentioning commercials that I hadn't, and they're like really just kind of ringing a lot of bells right here. Like Shayna, it's not nice to fool with
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. See,
Yeah. That's right.
So drop them in the comments. Let's see if we can stump Paul.
Yeah, those are pretty.
How about this one? It's a good time for the great taste of. It's a good time for the great taste.
Sorry.
No?
I probably fast forwarded.
Shanna got it. McDonald's.
Oh, see, yeah, those are lateral ones. I mean, I just don't. Yeah, those are. Yeah.
Here's one. I'm saying to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on a sesame seed bun.
That's Burger King.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that?
No.
Is that McDonald's?
That's the Big Mac.
Oh.
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles,
Yeah.
onions, on a sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about this one? Where you can go for dinner and still get change from $1. Again, McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, in the 70s.
Wow.
You could get a hamburger, which had a lot more meat on it back then than they do now. A French fry and a soda.
Wow.
And it was like, I remember it was like 95 cents with tax. Now that's a value meal right there.
That is a value meal. Wow.
Go home and put your shorts on that you're supposed to wear. He smudged them. Come on over. Come on over. Let me fix the cameras here.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you, sir.
Yeah. Are you
We can get this going.
Scott Freyer or If Freyer?
We'll see.
Gotta fix it so we don't have like producers and shit.
I mean, get one.
At what cost? So we got high rolling video executive Scott Freyer here. No. How you been?
Well,
Did you lose weight?
what's that?
Did you lose weight? Your face looks like you've lost weight.
Maybe.
Yeah, even your belly. Really, and I'm serious. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I mean,
Maybe a little bit.
the hair spot on. You're on point today.
Trying to keep it.
He had makeup. He had hair and makeup done before he came.
Yeah, if I'm wearing a hat, then I try to keep it here.
All right, we got one more commercial.
Oh, we do?
And we're doing commercial jingles this morning, Scott.
Oh,
So
Okay.
it's, we're trying to see if like who can guess them. Like, here's one. And you just go ahead and fill in the blank. I wish I was a
Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oscar Mayer
Oh,
Wiener.
man, that's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BOLOGNA.
Yeah.
Oh my baloney.
You see how amazing
it's
how
OSCAR.
they made these little jingles and they stuck in
Yeah.
your head
Forever.
That's the whole
Forever.
idea. That was the idea behind advertising.
Today's commercials, you watch them on TV for 5 minutes and then you forget about it. They're all gone.
But that was back in the day where
That's where, yeah.
that was an art form.
Yeah, it was.
That was definitely an art form where you come up with a catchphrase,
Yep.
And people would remember it for God knows how long. Like,
Well, think about your commercials. You have 2 that run here, right?
yeah, just two.
I mean, I'm saying the 2 that you remember.
Yeah.
One is Dish.
Yeah.
And the other one is the insurance company.
Burns.
Burns.
Yep.
Those have been around forever. And
Yep.
as soon as you hear them, they're in your head.
You'll buy better at Burns.
Burns,
right.
Yeah, see?
So,
Stuck like glue.
That was before TV became mindless.
Before
When you
my-
watch TV maybe an hour or 2 a day,
Yeah.
and you only got exposed to that once or twice a day, but now it's the overexposure of everything media.
break me a piece of that.
Kit Kat bar.
There you go.
yeah.
See?
Even a little more up to date. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Right. The Snickers.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's
That's
like
right.
a candy.
Yeah.
Which was great, by the way.
Huh?
That whole campaign is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I know. They have different celebrities that are on.
The
it,
Betty
stuff
White
like
one was my favorite.
that. Oh,
And Rose, Betty
You're
White
talking about
and
when she played football.
Roseanne Barr. Yeah, those were the best ones.
Even locally, Gorin's Furniture,
Yeah.
because their jingle played forever.
Yes.
See, and that's what a lot of, and I hate to say it, small businesses
Don't do it anymore.
they don't do. They don't create imagery,
Right.
which is the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why, all of these slogans, stick in your head because people hear it over and over and over
Right.
and over again. I'll just
Well,
use Grizzled now.
sadly, it's because of satellite radio and streaming platforms. Nobody listens to local radio anymore.
True.
I mean, I remember when I first moved here.
Look what we do.
Yeah,
Look at what you do.
exactly.
They're alternative choices.
Exactly.
I know what you were saying.
When I first moved here in '91, my car didn't have an antenna, and I only got local stations. So I got Q105.
Yeah.
I got
Who's hanging on with a thread?
and I got 97.7 WCTY. Those are the only stations that I could listen to, and I could not listen to 105.5. I'm not a pop music guy, so I listened to 97.7,
Yeah.
and I listened to that every morning on the ride in, every day on the ride home, because we didn't have satellite TV then, and all I had was a radio in my car.
Yeah.
So that was my choice. And you listen to those jingles,
Yeah.
and you remember those things. And I was still new to the area, so that's how I kind of learned on what businesses were good locally from listening to the radio.
Yeah, radio is still, no matter what, the most intimate form of media out there. Shayna, which is, I was just going to say this, and Shayna beat me to it because she's the illest.
Yep.
What does the illest mean?
I don't know. I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm not sure.
Well, she is too.
Duelist means
She is too. She is too, actually.
Probably the best. I would probably say that duelist means the best.
Okay. She grew up listening to WICH, which
Okay.
I did too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in our generation, maybe because you weren't here when we were really kids. I mean,
No.
you were here. You got here when you were 19,
21.
18, 21. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking 14, 15.
Yeah.
WICH, people would listen to it every Sunday. They'd listen to Swap Shop. Every day was Stu Breyer.
Yes.
And then it was Polka Sunday.
Nice.
Everybody listened. They'd go to church, get donuts. It's Polka Sunday on WICH.
Go to the Jewett City Flea Market.
Oh, that wasn't even a thing yet?
No.
No.
Well, all right. I can remember that since I've been here.
Yeah.
What about?
Oh yeah, but that's not even a thing.
I remember the radio flea market on WCTY on
That's
Sunday
still
mornings.
going on.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, is that Tradio? No, that's
It's
not.
still going on.
I think they called it the Sunday radio flea market.
It could
Yeah.
be. Oh wait a minute, that's Bob Edwards, right?
I don't know who it is,
I
but
think it's Bob
people
Edwards.
call
it
for
is
crap
still
and-
it is still on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're not talking about Wedgwood down
No,
there.
no, no.
No,
no,
all
no.
right, all right.
People would call
You're
it
right,
radio
you're right,
with,
yeah.
with their crap and you say, buy my stuff.
I'll never forget one time on Stu Breyer's swap shop, because basically what it was like selling something or swap for equal value. And it was the one guy called in and goes, "I'd like to swap my wife for equal
For greater value.
a greater value." No, they had a 7-second delay back then, but at the beginning you really couldn't cut it off. So if somebody came out and wanted to be a smart aleck, it was making the air,
Right.
So, but it was really funny. All right, Court brings one up. Ready? Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Alka-Seltzer. Yeah.
What's the rest of it though? Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Ding, 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 ding. Air fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have had an episode of Air Fryer ready for Scott.
That's it. Next time. We'll plan it ahead.
Yeah. All right.
But
Shana said on WICH when they had Swap Shop, where I don't think Stu does it anymore.
no,
And I
it's
said,
not
could never say for no, this is on the WICH side.
Oh.
Could never say for sale. You could only say for swap.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's very good. All right. The whole reason why you are here today, Scott.
Yes.
Tell us about you do a lot of veterans affairs.
I try to, yes, as much as I can.
A lot of fundraising events and
Yes.
stuff. Would you say that the one that you just participated in is like one of your favorites?
It's the actual best. So
Is it?
it's
So
not.
what's the name of it?
It is the Irreverent Warriors,
Which is the
Site.
shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing the event shirt from Saturday. So we aren't really a fundraiser for veterans per se. The mission of Irreverent Warriors is to bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to promote mental health and prevent veteran suicide. So basically, it's a bunch of like-minded individuals like myself, veterans, active duty, reserves, anybody who's served or has served or is still serving. We get together once a year. This is our 5th annual this past year. We get together in Norwich and we hike. And we hike through town. And the route is always...
Is it different or the same? Or
it's pretty much the same. We hike. We step off from the commuter lot next to the Holiday Inn.
On the west side?
Yeah, on 82.
Okay.
Right off the 395 exit there. And we hike from there. We hike all the way to town to where Church Street is, right at the...
Yes. Yeah.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
32 runs in front of you.
32, yeah.
Take a left down there. We walk to the green. On the green, there's a...
NFA.
Yeah, there's the town green.
I know where you're talking. Yeah.
We have a ceremony there where we do the national anthem. The Navy base usually sends the Silver Dolphins out.
Oh, nice.
We have a singer that comes and does the national anthem. We do our 22 push-ups for veterans as a group. Then we hike to some local businesses. Cangio bar and restaurant. I forget the name of the street. It's on the side street next to Bacchus Hospital. It's right across from Family Dental, Norwich Family Dental. So they host us.
Oh yeah, the one on the corner.
Yeah, I think I do believe it's Peruvian food, or it's definitely South American food, and it's fantastic. Julio, the owner, he's a great supporter, great guy, friend of mine. He puts on a spread for us, a buffet. Everyone gets a free drink if they want it. This time they had Jello shots ready for us, and it was very cool. So we usually stop there for 20 to 30 minutes, have a bite to eat, and then we step off. We mark from there. We march back to downtown to Epicure Brewing, and they have some kegs of beer set up for us out in the parking lot. There's another this year. Billy Wilson's provided my favorite spot. They provided hot dogs and fries for us, glizzies, if you will, for us this year. So they served us food there, and then from there we walked to Mohegan Sun down 32.
Wow. Jesus.
And then Mohegan Sun, by the way, thank you to Mohegan Sun because they do an absolutely outstanding job. We marched through there because also thanks
I'm
to
thinking by that time they're instead of food they're giving you hospital beds.
No, I think one of the girls that marched with us posted on our Facebook page on Saturday night that from the time we stepped off to the time we left the casino after our event was over, it was 13.25 miles that we had walked.
That's a long way.
In combat boots, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how are your feet?
My feet were a little sore this morning. Saturday evening I was a little sore, but I did a nice Epsom soak. And yesterday wasn't too bad. Just trying to get the stiffness out, but But Mohegan Sun, but before I get there, I want to say thanks to Norwich Police Department because, listen, as everybody else's town, they're spread very thin right now. Especially with the state of what's going on in Norwich right now. They have officers quitting left and right, and they're having a hard time getting good people to become police officers. Well, they took time out of their day to give us a couple officers to provide a safety escort for us up front, blocking traffic, and then bringing up the rear to make sure none of us were injured. So thanks to them. But then when we got to New Mohegan, they give us one of the big ballrooms.
Yeah, okay.
And they provide food for us, and they provide an open bar for us for an hour. And dude, I'm telling you right now, a top-notch service. Yeah. And it's great to see the community give back to us. But we're out there. We're not trying to fundraise for anyone. We're not trying to do anything but get together as a group. This year was a little bit lighter than normal. We had about 100 hikers this year. But we got together. We support each other because I don't know if anybody follows, but on average, the national average is 22 veterans a day are taking their own lives. We do a great job.
That's higher than I last heard.
22 a day. It's 22. It's unfortunately that number. Hopefully it doesn't go higher. Hopefully it gets lower. One of my missions as a veteran is to try to lower that number. Do whatever I can to lower that number. If I can save one person, my job's done. But I keep going, and everyone that belongs to this organization, they're Reverend Warriors. They're completely committed to helping end veteran suicide completely. Have to get that number to 0. Is it realistic? Probably not. We do a great job. This country does a great job of outfitting our soldiers with all the best technology, all the best gear, but we do a terrible job taking care of them once they come home and they have broken parts. Not just the physical wounds. It's the mental ones that really, right? And
those are the ones that really take their toll.
They really do, and it's sad. It's an unfortunate thing. I wish more people realized it, but part of my goal as a member of this society, of this organization, is to bring awareness to that, to other people that may not know. Hey, we have 22 of our servicemen and women a day, whether it's active duty, reservist, whatever, retired. They've taken their own lives because they feel like they have nowhere else to go. So as a group, we get together once a year, and we have a great time. We walk in solidarity with each other. We laugh. We say a lot of inappropriate things, and everything is okay.
We do too.
Yeah, everything's right okay. Yeah, I can't say that there's, we may have a couple Chardonnays along the way, but it's always a good time, and it's great to get. We talk to each other, through Facebook, through social media all year long, but it's that once a year where we all get together and we have a great time that it makes it worth. We try to make it life worth living for everybody, for all of us.
What's what are the most amount of hikers that you've ever had on that event?
I think the first couple of years we had upwards of 200-300 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. And then when COVID happened, the town of Norwich made us separate into 2 groups. And then last year it got a little smaller, and this year unfortunately it got a little smaller. So I mean, listen, as long as we keep doing it, I'll keep doing it. I'm going to October 8th. I'm going to do the one in Boston where we're going to hike the Freedom Trail.
Okay, so it's not just
it's national.
Oh,
it's a national organization. Yeah, they have them. I think I had to look it up, but I think there's 32 hikes in total worldwide.
Wow,
we have them worldwide.
Now, the people that hike, are they all veterans?
All veterans or active duty.
Okay.
Or reserves, everyone.
Right.
So it's not.
That's
open.
The only way to get it.
It's not open to anyone. We have supporters. Like we have people that will meet us at different stops. Mm-hmm. We have volunteers that are civilian that will provide safety patrol. We actually have a trailer, a flatbed trailer that gets towed around with 2 porta potties and a hand washing station that follows us around. So we're not. I think that started last year. So we're not running through people's yards peeing in the woods. You know what I mean? Because it happens. Listen, you get a bunch of veterans together, and,
having a couple of Chardonnays on the way.
We try to stay hydrated, drink a lot of water. We're eventually gonna have to go to the bathroom. So they bring this mobile porta potty with us. So someone has to drive it.
Yep.
And we have people have to help us set up. People get us registered. All that. People donate their time for the day, and it's pretty awesome. We have a great support crew. We have a great administrative crew, the guys that set it up. My friend Eric Schessel, who's the coordinator for Connecticut. He did a fantastic. This was his first year being the lone coordinator, and he did a fantastic job. So every year it's been there, it's been great. I have never had a bad time at these things. I've done one in a couple of Massachusetts. Next weekend, I think there's one down the Jersey Shore. Be lots of fist pumping down there.
Hey, Snooky!
But yeah, it's
you're from Jersey.
I am. Yep, that's one I would like to go to. I think next year I'm going to hit the Nashville one. I'm going to travel. They do it in this one in Vegas. So I think that one's probably pretty good.
I would think so
Yeah,
too.
my friend Mario runs one in Puerto Rico.
Instead of the one in Vegas, instead of porta potties and Chardonnays, you get to place blackjack bets. Split them.
So yeah, there's one in Puerto Rico that they do in the winter. So they do them everywhere. There's a couple overseas. There's one in UK. I think they did one in Normandy last year.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah, that would probably be awesome to go to that one. So yeah, it's just again a bunch of veterans that get together every year and just support each other. And you know, this
So really, it's just a show of support. It's a big show of support
to each other.
That's cool. See, I was really ignorant to the fact because I thought it was a fundraiser.
Nope. Now people do donate because it does cost money to do these things.
Sure.
But people do donate to us. We have some great local businesses that donate. We have 2 national sponsors. And you know, it does take money to do this. Yeah. You know, I think it cost me $5 to hike.
All right, so there's an entry fee.
There is a $5 entry fee, but volunteers are free. But but I pay basically $5 to hike with all these
crazy
lunatic people that are family to me, and we do it every year. And I'm going to do it again in 3 weeks. Beat myself up, but it's totally worth it.
I'm going to read your comment and tell me. See if you can go ahead and comment on this. It's the VA that is failing so many of our vets. They are so overburdened with enhanced technology and weapons and fighting. The injuries are so much worse than they once were. We lost 3 veterans in 1 year to suicide.
Yeah. So
3 young veterans.
Veterans and the VA. So I'm a disabled veteran. I have a disabled rating. But I don't use the VA. I'm fortunate enough to where I have a job that I do pay for healthcare, but I pay for private healthcare. Plus, I'm retired military, so I have TRICARE for life. The rest of my life, I will have medical coverage, but not everybody gets that coverage. Not everybody can afford to have their own health coverage, so they're forced to go to the VA, which to me is sad. But President Trump did a very good job trying to reform the VA and get that ball rolling. President Biden is trying to keep that going. I'm not sure how that's going because I heard there has been some improvements, but I don't. Even though I can use the VA, I choose not to because number one, I really don't need it. So why would I clog up their system for someone else who really might need it? Because every time you go to the VA, it's always a friggin' wait.
Yeah,
it's always a long wait, and you go there and it's just depressing. You go there and you see the now it's not as much Korean and World War II guys as Vietnam veterans that are there. Now they're the older generation.
Yep.
They're the ones that when I was a kid was the World War II and Korean guys.
Yeah.
So now it's the Vietnam veterans, and you go there and you see guys missing legs, you see guys missing arms, you see guys missing an eye, and they're sitting there and they're sitting there and they're sitting there and they're not being helped, and they're wasting their entire day, part of their life that they should be outliving. They're wasting sitting because of paperwork or bureaucratic BS, and I hate it. And they're not getting the level of care that they should. Now, I will say the Connecticut VA, in my experience, I'm sure other people have had other experiences. In my experience, the Connecticut VA was better than I would say average.
Yeah.
I have had good experiences with every VA that I've been to here in the state of Connecticut.
How many are there?
I know of New Haven, and there's also one in Newington, I do believe.
Yeah, Newington has one.
Yeah, the big one, the big hospital is in West Haven. I've been to that one. I have to go there every once in a while to get a new ID card. You know, they have to verify to get a physical or whatever. But when I first retired, I went to the VA in New London, there's a satellite office in London, and I didn't particularly care for the level of care that I was provided.
Yeah.
So, and again, with if somebody else needs it way more than I do, I'm lucky I can afford my own health care, so I'll pay for health care and go somewhere else. So it's one less person clogging up the system.
And I question the quality of healthcare that they get.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that, I know someone relative of mine had gone to get their teeth done. And he got his teeth pulled, but he couldn't get his teeth for a freaking month.
Yeah.
How do you expect this and he went to the VA.
Yeah.
And then you asked the guy, well, can you help me get my teeth in correctly? They screwed the whole goddamn thing up. They couldn't even build his dentures, for Christ's sakes. It's like, that's the kind of care we're giving these people?
Yeah, unfortunately it's once these guys get home, they're tossed aside like, an empty soda can.
Yesterday's newspaper.
It's an unfortunate reality. I think as a country we're doing better, but we're not at the level where we should be.
Well, what is something that you feel that we're doing better that we say over the last 5 years?
I think just directing funds toward it, the government putting more and more money towards it instead of. I don't want to get political, but there's a lot of things that we're doing with money in this country, with billions and trillions of dollars that we're doing with this money that could be better spent getting our homeless people off. Forget about just veterans, getting our citizens off the street, feeding our citizens, our citizens.
And homelessness is huge.
Veterans
Just,
homelessness is awful.
Not just suicide, which is awful, but
yes,
it's homelessness.
Yes.
How can they not fix that alone just by finding housing for these folks?
I mean, I wish I knew the answer to that. I mean, if you ask me, I say they absolutely can. Right, but we need advocates in Washington D.C. We need advocates to go up there and, Nikita Khrushchev with their shoe on the desk, pound the desk at the United Nations, and say, let's take care of our servicemen and women.
How many like large business offices in towns and cities aren't even
abandoned?
Yeah, they're just abandoned. Nothing going on. Why not go in there and fix that up, make it stacked housing or something?
Yeah,
you can house a lot of people.
For any of our citizens, not just veterans. I mean, I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look at numbers to see where we are. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell a number, but what is the average number of homeless people in our country right now?
A lot.
But we're sending trillions of dollars overseas to a country the size of Ohio.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not saying that we're any better than those people as far as human beings go, but why can't we take care of the people that take care of us? Why can't we invest some of that money to make our healthcare system for veterans better? Because you know what, and I know the answer is, it's all a game of politics and money, right? It's like everything else. It's follow the money, follow the politics, and that's where you're going to get your answer.
Well, here's a comment from Joanne. Said, instead of giving the illegal immigrants military housing, give to our homeless and homeless vets.
I would agree with this.
To me, it just makes sense.
That's what they did with the ones that just got dumped off in Martha's Vineyard. They sent them all to an old army base, put them in housing. But we have veterans that are living under bridges.
Yeah,
and listen, a lot of those men and women. I don't want to say exclusively men because it's not, but a lot of those veterans, those citizens of our country that served, that are homeless, they don't want that. They don't want it. They would, because they have mental illness. There's a mental illness, and we don't take care of. That's the ones we do a great job. Go to Walter Reed Hospital, you see the level of care that our wounded veterans are getting, and it's pretty good. There's a lot of organizations out there that help with that as well. But we don't take care of the ones that are up here. The invisible wounds are the ones that are really starting to take a toll on our veterans, and it's an awful thing.
Facebook user, otherwise known as Madeline Garner, says, "Go Scott Freyer." Now, Peggy, you said 567,000. Is that the amount of homeless veterans in this country today, or just home? Well, it can't be just homeless people. I'm sure that
that's probably way more than that.
is that the number of homeless veterans? And this is right up Peggy's wheelhouse. This is what she does for a living. So, homeless veterans or homeless in general.
Right. Because I don't want to say that veterans are better than anybody else. Homeless is homeless.
She said not just vets.
Yeah. The homeless is homeless.
Okay.
Whether they're veterans
Right.
or they're just civilians, whatever. Homeless is homeless. And I hate that any of our citizens go a night without shelter or a night without food, especially when you have children. But when there's children involved, it's an awful thing. And I wish I knew the answer how to fix it. If I did, I'd probably be sitting in a chair on the Hill in DC somewhere if I knew the answer to that. But
you're just a regular citizen, spent his time in the military. And I mean, you saw firsthand, obviously, what happens to these men and women.
Yep.
And now these men and women are treated horribly.
Yes.
These are men and women that went overseas to make sure to protect our own borders.
Correct. And
they don't come home with limbs. Sometimes they don't come home at all.
Correct. Or they come home in a box.
Yeah.
If they find all the parts. Right? They left part of themselves in another country in the name of the United States. Whether you believe in what we were doing or not is completely irrelevant. Right? Because you're going to go tell that kid that lost his leg or lost his arm or tell that family who lost their son or daughter that what their son were doing was wrong. Whether you believe in that or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because when I joined the military, I didn't join the military to go to college. I joined the military and I knew what could possibly happen. I was not naive.
What are the odds? What are the odds that somebody goes in and has a complete career like yourself and comes out and is a functioning part of society? I mean, we all know it's not 100%.
It's not 100. It's never 100%.
No, but
but I mean, the odds are better because there's so many people in the military. The odds are better, especially now. And I hate to use the word peace because there's no such thing. But in a time where we're not fighting any active wars anymore. At least on a battlefield anyway. Yeah.
But then there's always a Cold War.
Well, yeah, I was part of that too. So, your odds are obviously exponentially higher to come through your entire career without any battlefield injuries or wounds or, obviously dying. But accidents happen. Training accidents happen all the time. You see it. I think it just happened in Texas. A plane crashed into a neighborhood. Yeah. So things happen all the time. But I mean, your odds are greater, obviously, when there's not a time of conflict.
The other thing that you're reading about now is Camp Lejeune. Are you telling me they didn't know to have a freaking water problem?
What are you with the F-bombs and everything today?
Come on.
Yeah.
What kind of crap is that?
They knew. They knew the whole time.
Sure they did.
They absolutely knew the whole time. And now, but it was easy to just turn the other way. Because I'm sure, again, like I said, Paul, follow the money, follow the politics. I'm sure there was money changing hands somewhere to look the other way. It was easier to just do that than it was to actually fix the problem.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Donut, what's up? Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. We're all getting booted. Don't know yet. I don't know. You get a street corner I can habitate? Yeah, that'd be cool. Be nice having you for a neighbor as well. Got a basement I can use.
Got an empty house next door to me.
Oh, I'm sure there's a squatter there. No, but here, what's going on, and this is what Mr. Langlois is here for, is Reason to Ride, who's also in this building as well, which I know you're familiar with. Reason to Ride, again, another organization that helps veterans. Exactly.
Yep. I'm proud to support them every year.
Right. I mean, I house 90% of this building. They have, their area, but we all, the Jewett City Savings Bank has decided that they want to go ahead and sell this building. It's business, it happened. So, we have to vacate the building at some. Whoa, vroom. At some point. But I mean, I get it.
Right.
I mean, I don't have to like it, but I will say though, just one thing, just because of course I saw a squirrel, and of course I went on to something else. Is that we had a really great run in this building and got a great, unbelievable deal.
Right.
As far as what we actually pay here for the size of this facility.
Right.
I can't thank the Jewett City Savings Bank enough for what they did for us for 5-6 years. They
got you guys
yeah,
rolling, man. This is where I got my start. So
yeah, I mean, me too. In this business, but it's funny because a lot of people may take the road of saying, "Oh, sun's up,"
right,
and say, "Iron Man." No, I appreciate what they did for us for the last 5-6 years,
right?
And they sponsored programming.
Yeah, of course.
So we appreciate and I appreciate Kevin Merchant getting it all started. The former president and CEO, Diana Rose. Now Michael Alberts has taken the helm.
Yeah, they've always been a good supporter of the Jewett City sports. Regional high school sports.
Yep.
So that's always been a great thing. They've always been good sponsors of that. So,
but we are looking for a facility.
Yeah. Anybody knows one?
Anybody knows one?
Get a hold of Mike.
Let me know. So, and it's kind of bittersweet, watching the folks here from Reason to Ride kind of starting to pack things up because they've been in this building. You don't see them often. I see Dan Barber mostly, or Cindy, or Donna. But they've been here, Paul, for quite some time with me, and you see them, and now this
moving their stuff. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it is. But you gotta move on, right?
There'll be a place for you. It'll happen.
Oh.
You're a part of this community as much as anybody else. SNSN is part of the Jewett City Griswold community. So,
well, we hope.
Yeah,
we hope
you'll get somewhere.
Definitely hope. I think we're going to end the show now because I think it's going to get kind of loud out there because they don't care that a radio show's going on in the background. Oh, Jim Reed, let's put him back in radio. Is he here? Oh, hey, Cindy. Cindy, come here. No. You're going to be yapping in the background. They're going to hear you anyway, so come here. Come here.
Say the magic word.
Please.
All
right.
There you go. Hurry up, I'll go to work.
Hey.
Wow.
No, I was just saying that it's kind of bittersweet to see all of us that have to vacate this building that have really, and I just said before you walked in the door, I said, I see Donna, I see Dan Barber, I see you, and it's, for what, 5 years? At least. And now all of a sudden we're all vacating and going separate ways. And I feel like we're breaking up.
Oh, breaking up is hard to do.
I know. I was so good with us going steady, but huh?
Just don't tell us.
No, Melissa could care. No, believe me, she knows where I'm at all the time. But I do it because I got nothing to hide. Shit.
Do you guys have a place you're going?
Yes, we do have a place that they're going.
Do they have room for? Yeah.
No.
I know where you guys are going.
Yeah.
Breaking up is hard to do. Nowadays, like breaking up. Hi, Scott.
Hi.
So,
Good.
yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys.
We'll see you around, I'm sure. Okay. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. I had to get her on the radio once.
That's twice in 1 year.
Is it twice? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I am lucky. So, Scott, what happens next? Then we're going to call it quits for the day, just because they're going to be moving along and stuff.
Yeah.
They've got to do what they need to do. What's next? I mean, what's the next event? Because you do partake in a lot of different veterans events.
Yeah, next one I'm doing another Reverend Warrior Silkies hike. Now, what I didn't explain is why do they call it a Silkies hike?
Okay,
this is the fun part.
I don't even know what a Silkie is.
Yeah, so Silkies are part of the PT uniform for the military. Silkies are really, I think the girls call them hoochie daddy shorts.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've seen the photos. Yeah,
my shorts are very short, inappropriately short. Like it's a
flag.
Yeah,
that should be flagged.
The ones you get in the military, they're the black or they're navy blue, or I think the Army and Marines use olive gray, the marine green, olive green. Sorry, but you can get very colorful ones. As I have the American flag ones. Right. I have another pair coming for a different, more colorful set coming for the Boston hike. But we wear those. That's part of the uniform when you do it. Is you wear your silkies.
Gotcha.
So I'll wear my silkies, they are a wardrobe malfunction waiting to happen.
I was just, I didn't want to be inappropriate asking about something that could be inappropriate that would happen.
If you stretch the wrong way, they're going to dump out.
Yeah.
The boys are dumping out. But on the silkies hike, I learned my first year. on the silkies hike. I will wear something underneath because the level of chafing is astronomical. So I learned my lesson the hard way. Mm-hmm. So now I'll for the hikes, because we're taking frequent breaks, I like to stretch. Again, you stretch the wrong way, and it's, not that anybody that's with me cares. Right. Because it's nothing we've never seen before.
Sure.
Or nothing I never willingly showed anyone before.
I'll tell you my story of my friend Naked Jay one day.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, that's part of the costume. It's part of it's not to say costume. Part of the part of the uniform that we go.
The attire.
You'll see all kinds of stuff, and most of the guys I carry my flag with me. You've seen the photos. I will carry my flag with me. I've carried the same flag with me for every event I've done so far. I'll continue that in a couple weeks in Boston. I'll carry my 25-pound armored plate in my rucksack as well. Wow. When I do this. So it's awesome. It's physically, I'm not a young man anymore. I'm one of the older hikers. Mm-hmm. And I did meet somebody older than me this year, so that was awesome. Nice. He was 67 years old. Good. So that was pretty awesome, not being the oldest guy. But we get young kids that are active duty from the base. And again, we get older gentlemen, older women to come out, and they support, and they're out there doing it. But again, it's real hard to do. I've made it through every single one so far. Where there's been times when I wanted to jump on the safety truck and ride the rest of the way back. Last year in particular, because I was getting ready for back surgery. It was 96 degrees a day of the hike, and hiking up that hill from where Bella Fiore is on 32 in Norwich, heading towards the casino. There's a huge hill headed into Montville right there. That's Hamburger Hill right there. That's a killer. And I wanted to stop, but I had my brothers and sisters with me that forced me to keep going. We leaned on each other, and we all made it through. And the night after you're finished, you have that level of satisfaction. It feels great. Even though you're sore,
all pain goes away.
It does. The next day, yesterday morning was a struggle. I think I got more sleep Saturday night into Sunday than I have had in probably 5 or 6 years. I think I slept 10 hours. Nice. Unassisted 10 hours.
I can't sleep more than 2.
Yeah, I get usually my 6 or 7 is usually my limit, but I slept good.
No, but I'm talking about in a stretch.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't think I moved.
Really?
I was tired. But it's the satisfaction of knowing that you did it, it's an accomplishment. And again, if we can help one person on that hike, I had this week, this year's hike, there was a friend of mine who in the past has had some struggles. When we first met him, he was that guy. He was going to be a statistic. But one of my close friends brought him to the hike, kind of forced him to go on the hike. And from the first time we met him to now, he's a completely different person. Good. But he still has his demons. He still has these struggles. And I spoke to him on Saturday.
That probably won't go away. Anything else?
We spent probably for a mile or two. We ended up talking baseball for a mile or two. And
you know a little bit about that.
At the end of the hike, he came over and said, "Hey, thanks."
I'm so sorry, Aaron Judge's going to be on the Red Sox next year. Sorry.
Yeah, because that's what you need, right? You don't need pitching at all.
No, I know. We don't need Aaron Judge.
But at the end of the hike, towards the end of the hike, he came up to me and said, "Hey, man, thanks for talking to me today. I really needed that." And that makes it worth it. If I can just have one person tell me that I helped them in any kind of way, it makes everything, all the pain in my feet are feeling this morning, the blisters on my feet, makes everything worth it. And, and it's not just, listen, before we can go, I just will say one thing. Always talk to somebody, because you never know what someone's going through. Take the time to reach out to your friends that you haven't talked to in a while, because you never know. It could be that person that You wouldn't think
Yeah,
it's going to.
it's
It
true.
happened to me 2 years ago with Jason Vincent, the last guy I thought would ever do it.
That totally shocked me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And the thing is after that happened, I don't know if you're familiar, but after that happened, it was like, oh, now, wow.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Nobody.
What was
That's
going
exactly
on
what I
in
mean.
his world, because he was that guy that was very, very calm, cool, collected, focused, and
happy. Always had a good thing to say. We always gave each other hugs, and we always, you know what I mean? We always had great, funny things to say to each other. I never knew what was going on in his head. When
I heard about it, I just sat there and just started to cry.
I was sitting right in that room when I found out, right in there.
Yeah, it just what?
Yeah, it's awful, man. And you never know. So
You
that's
just
why I
don't know.
say always reach out to your friends, check in on your friends, say hello.
That's right, you told me.
Yeah, just hey, even if you just text your buddy and say, "What's up, a-hole?" That could make a difference. Somebody
Exactly.
cares, because there is always somebody that cares. Always. If you're feeling that nobody cares, there's always somebody that cares. So
I posted something yesterday on Facebook, which is kind of not really correlates, but it does. And it was like a Facebook story, and I'm not kidding. I come up with these things that come through my head, and I put them up there, and they're not about anybody else or anything, because of course people get butthurt and
Right.
they go, "Oh, that's about me."
Let me over.
I don't
If you think
know.
it's about you, it probably is.
Probably is. And one of the things that I put on there, I said, if you still have the word "never" in your vocabulary, do yourself a disservice today. If you still have the word "never" in your vocabulary, you never say never. Never is a long time. That's terminal.
Correct.
That's it. I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna do that.
Yep.
I've had people tell me I'm never.
Yeah.
And it happens.
Yeah. Listen, mental health is forget about, not to minimize COVID, but anything, all these other diseases, monkeypox, COVID, whatever else the government's going to come up with to scare us next. The biggest pandemic in our country is mental health. 100%,
I now identify as a salamander.
100%, 1000% guarantee. You'll never convince me otherwise. Mental health and all aspects of mental health, whether it's when you talk about gun control, when you talk about veteran suicide or any suicide, we don't take care of our citizens the way we should, because we minimize mental health. We make it something it shouldn't be. They stigmatize mental health, especially in men, because men are not to minimize women.
No,
but I'm just saying from my experience, men are hesitant to talk about struggles with mental health because people will think that they're weak, especially alpha men, military people, sports figures. That kind of person is doesn't want to speak out about their mental health because they feel like people will think they're weak because of it, which is completely opposite. Because if somebody's struggling, I want you to come to me and I want you to tell me, "Hey, man, I need help." Even if it's just I need to talk about my feelings. Sometimes that could be all. Or
There's
hey,
always,
what do I do? I'm feeling this way. How can I get out of this?
There's always time to have that conversation.
Correct. And I will not think that you're weak. I will not think that you're less of a man. It takes more of a man to admit he's got a problem than it does to sit there and swallow it.
Peggy, this is very, very. I never looked at it this way, but after talking, about Jason Vincent for a hot minute there, it says always check on your strong friends.
The outgoing, crazy, fun-loving guy. Those are the ones that project because they're keeping it inside. 1000%, Peggy. You're 1000% right. In my experience, that is the case. There isn't a type. That's what we're saying.
Scott, always a pleasure to have you in.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mike.
Talk about just go ahead and give your podcast a plug.
Yeah, tonight, Bronx Baseball and Beer tonight.
Bronx Baseball and Beer.
This afternoon, 4 p.m., we're going to talk about Aaron Judge. We're going to talk about how great Albert Pujols has been, approaching 700. Aaron Judge, he is 0.1 off the lead for the American League batting race. He's batting 316. He's right behind.
Triple Crown?
He's 0.1.
Yeah.
The batting leader from I can't remember his name. He's from Minnesota. He's batting 317. Aaron Judge is batting 316 now with 127 RBIs and 59 home runs.
You know who's making a run for the batting title? Xander Bogaerts.
He's batting 315.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Yeah.
So Aaron, we could have
anything else.
Listen, is there anybody who gambled and won bigger than Aaron Judge. He told the Yankees no at the beginning of the season. He's going to wait and see how the season plays out. And now he's potentially going to be the Triple Crown winner.
First $1 billion ball player.
Let's go. Pay him. Pay him. Don't give
Did you see the interviews and stuff like that? And people are like freaking out, you know, saying, "Oh, it's going to be with the Red Sox."
No one knows.
No, but you know what? I think honestly, they need to worry about Devers.
Yes,
I think they need to worry about Bogarts.
They need to get pitching,
and they need pitching.
Yeah, don't worry about Aaron Judge. The Mets fans think they're getting him. If he leaves, he's going to go to California.
Let me tell you something. If the Red Sox, all right, somehow if they can keep Story healthy for more than 6 games, Bogarts at short.
Yep.
Devers and if Casas.
No, they need to DH Devers. Devers is a terrible third baseman.
Okay. Terrible. But let's say Casas or Casas or how you say it, right?
I think it's awesome.
He is awesome, and he's only batting 0.094.
He's a grown ass man too. He's a big boy.
6'6". He's
going to be something. Yeah, he's a big boy,
and he's built for Fenway.
He is.
He's built for Fenway. I saw him
hit a home run the other day against the Yankees.
Yeah.
So listen, Bronx Baseball and Beer. Yeah, Alpha Garrett Cole. Yeah. Bronx Baseball and Beer, 4 p.m. today, live on Facebook, YouTube, and I think we're on Twitch as well.
Yeah, I think you just show up at people's houses.
We do. We're just coming to your house.
Yeah, it's gonna come to your house.
Yeah, come check out. We have a brand new
desk. The desk is amazing. Set is beautiful.
Yeah, local IDMB Customs here in Jewett City.
Yep.
Biggs is the man. Hooked us up. So it looks beautiful. Come check it out. We have a different look today, so it's going to be our first time debuting our new look. Plus, we have on Wednesdays at 8 p.m., we have Officially Offsides, which is our new football show. Mm-hmm. Myself, Nader, Kev Mike, and B-Mac talking about week 2 of the NFL, which was awesome, by the way. Good win by the Patriots, by the way. My Giants are 2-0. My Giants are 2-0.
Patriots or what did Brady do yesterday?
He won 2 again. Beat the Saints for the first time as a Buccaneer. So,
you know what? He beat him on the football field, but right now in his home life, he's losing.
Listen,
because Giselle's like, I make more money than you. I'm gonna go back home.
I think she was mad that he went back and played football. So,
well, you know, she wants him to be a family man. She wants him to take the kids to school, get them up, and all that stuff. She's been doing, sure. You know, he's got to get rid of his ego. Is what he's got to do first.
He should have stayed retired. Yeah, but hey, if you're a Tampa fan, you're glad that he's back because they're a good ball. They're a good ball club.
All right, Scott. Thank you very much, dude.
It's a pleasure being here.
All right, Scott Freyer. Always a pleasure to have you in here and talking stuff. So anyway, Paul.
See you tomorrow. No.
Yeah. All right. Paul said it. See you tomorrow.
You committed.
That's it, Paul. Yep. You said it. Have a good day, everyone.
The Burns Agency knows your insurance needs can change with almost every season. The snowblowers get tucked away, and the motorcycles, boats, and jet skis come out to play. Give yourself a minute. Stop. Think about what new or changing exposures are happening to you.